Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this episode, I will show you how to do the data preparation and cleaning in the Power BI with the DAX code. Okay, let's start from the tables. Okay, let's have a look on our raw data. The basic, need a little bit change. Okay, let's put the first row as the header, and also another tables. The same garment is fine. Okay, it's okay now. Okay, if we want to prepare the data, we need to use the functions like left, right, mid, and find and len. These are all crucial skills for a data analyst because in any project, we generally spend most of the time for data preparation and cleaning. Then we can do further data modeling and analysis. The final stage should be the visualization. Okay, so earliest phase, data preparation, how crucial it is. Yeah, let me show you how to use the left firstly. Our content, the raw data is Alibaba, Ma Yun, and the classroom. So if we want to get out the text Alibaba, how can I do it? Apparently, we can use the left function. Okay, how it works. Okay, let's have a look. Left function. Okay, sorry. Means left. Okay, left function with two parameters. The first one is to show the data source. Apparently, the text should come from the content. The second, the indicator should be the number of characters we want to return. Let's have a look. Alibaba should be the 7. Okay, 7 the characters Alibaba. Okay, that's fine. The right function is to get the data from right side. For example, if we want to room is 4 characters. Okay, let me show you. Right. Okay. Also the content for the text content. A room has 4 characters. Okay, return the room. If we want to return classroom, that should be 9 characters. Okay, same methodology. Mid function is slightly complex, a little bit more complex. Okay, not too much. Okay, still new column. If we want to return the Ma Yun, the name of the entrepreneur and the founder of Alibaba, and how can we do that? The middle function. Okay, mid. Okay, the still content. The second parameter is the starting position, where we want to start to return the data. Let's have a look. Alibaba 7 characters. Ma M is on the 8th position, so we need to put 8. Then how many characters we want to return? Ma Yun should be 5 characters. Okay, no problem. The find function is relatively complex. Okay, still find function. Find function it can return the position of a specific the character from the string. For example, if we want to the M, the capital M, okay, how can we do that? Find M. Find quote, oh sorry, quote M, still context content. Okay. This means that it means that the capital M is on the 8th position of the string. Let's check that. Alibaba 7. Okay, M, no problem. If what is the find function can do more? For example, if we find A without capital, okay, find A. Sorry. Content. We already put the first and second parameter. The starting point, if we don't put starting point, what's the result? Is the 5. That means Alibaba, AIBA, AIIBA. If we don't put the starting position, that means the find function will find the A from the first character. That should be the 5th. Okay, if we want to start from the B, what is the result? B is on the 6th position in the string. So here we simply put the starting point is the 6th. What the result? Then we'll return the A position. The position of A is 7. That means this A is on the 7th position. If we put the position of the M, the capital M is on the 8th position. That means they'll return the A from the 9th position. Let's have a look. No problem. Okay, name function is quite simple but very useful. Name means can return how many characters of the whole string. Okay. Very simple, just the content. Okay, 21 characters of the whole string. So that's just a warm-up. Let's go to the further practice. Let's go to the garment data. Okay, we have a quick check. The data will find that 3 parts. The first one is first part is the brand. Second part is the female, male, and the parent is sex and gender. The last part is M, middle, XL, S, small, and large, simply just the size data. Okay, if we can put the garment data into separate the columns with the brand, the gender, and the size, then we can slice the data step by step and show that in the visualization for the data analysis. That's the basic methodology. But the first step, the crucial step, is how to separate the data. And here we have the basic way to separate with the dash. Okay, let's try to do that with the DAX. Okay, how it can work. Okay, new column. Brand is from the left side, so we need a left function. However, we still need to tell the Power BI how many the characters we want to return from the left side, but sometimes could be different. 4, 6, and 3 characters. So we need to find out how many. The methodology is if we can find the position of the first dash, then -1, that is the result we should return. Okay, let's do that. Brand. Okay, the find function. Okay, sorry. The find function, it's we need to find the position, first position, the position of the first dash. Then within the text is a garment. Okay, Nike, the dash position is the fifth. Then we need to -1. Okay, the Nike is 4, Adidas 6. That's no problem. Because we need to use the whole part of for the further reference, we need to use the bracket. Okay, then Shift Enter. It's the best way to manage your complex code in the future. Okay, we need to simply put the left function now. First parameter is the text garment data. Okay, then comma, because we have already prepared the number of characters by the find function. Okay. Okay, Nike, Adidas, ACC, Louis, Puma, super dry, no problem. Then next step is to get out the F and M, F and M, F and M. So it's relatively simple, still relatively simple. We use the position of the first dash and to find the starting point for the text we want to return. And we already know that we just want to return one character. Okay, it's still relatively simple. We get the gender data. Okay, still need to find the first position. Okay, the position of the first dash within garment. Okay, but the starting point for our search is from the first text following the first the dash. We need to +1. Okay, because we need to use this part as the full reference, we put that everything in a bracket. Okay, still use the Shift plus the Enter. Then here we need middle function. Still the first parameter is text, the garment. Then the next parameter is the starting point. We already prepared that. Last one is the numbers of the characters. It should be the 1 because we already know that female or male, F or in male. Oh. Okay, that's no problem. The last one relatively complex, but we still can manage that. Okay, the last one is so-called the size. The clue is if we can find the position of the second dash, then we can also use the len to find the characters of the total column, of the whole column. Then we use the whole characters, numbers of characters of the whole column minus the position of the second dash. Then we can know that how many characters we should return from the right side. Then we put that for the right function. Okay, still need to find the second. Firstly, find the position of the first dash. Still need to within text, that is garment. Okay, still 5, and we know that we following the first dash is the 1 character. Then the next one should be the second dash, so we need to +2. Okay, we can have a quick check, sense check. Nike plus dash and F, then so the second dash should be 7th. Okay, the third line of the data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no problem. Okay, we still need to use this part for further reference. So we put that everything into a bracket. Then we use the length to get the character numbers of the whole string. Okay, we just simply put the garment, okay, bracket minus, okay. That is the result we get from for the right side. The first line is the 1 character, second one 2, and for this super dry XXL 3, that's no problem. We still need to use that as a further reference. We put everything into bracket and use the shift plus enter. Then we just use the right function, text garment. Okay, we have been more comfortable. Okay, that's great. Okay, everything is done, even this one. Different numbers of characters from right side, XXL. Okay, this is the end for this part, but someone could argue that because we have already know that following the first dash, we just know that there is 1 character. However, sometimes if that's a different kind of the data, how can we cope that? For example, if the F is a female, M is the male, or even other kinds of data, how can we cope that? That's a good question. It's a very challenging question. Okay, we need to answer this question and cope with that. So let's go to further to the apparel data. Okay, but we still can manage that because we have the skills to manage a very complicated the DAX code. Here you will find that female, male, unknown, and both. Okay, for the first part, it's exactly the same as before, but we still try to do that for the warm-up of this part. New column. Okay, let's do that. Firstly, it's if we want to get the data from the left side, still need to find the position of the first dash. Okay, find the position of the first dash. Firstly, it's still the brand. We call it a brand. Okay, find. Okay. Okay, sorry, it's not Chinese. I need to change that. Okay, dash. Okay, oops. Can find the first dash, the position in the close. Okay, still the position of the first dash. Okay, we -1, get the result we want. Put everything in bracket. It's a very good methodology to manage the complex code in the future. Shift enter, then left function. Okay, still the close. Okay, code comma. Okay, that's easy. The next part is most complicated because we don't know how many characters for the middle part. So the alternative way must be used to determine how many characters we should return in the middle function, and also to determine the starting point. Okay. The most challenging part for this is how many characters we should return. That should be the position of the second dash minus the first, the position of the first dash, then +1. Okay, O-1. That's we need to check that. Okay, let's try to do that. Okay, how to how to determine the dash is the first challenge. Okay, we still use that. So this time we need to make notes step by step. Okay. Okay, it's called Genda. Find the within the close. Okay, this is the position of the first dash. Then we put everything in the bracket because we will use it as a further reference. Okay, we already find the position of the first dash. We can use, we plus 1 as the starting point for our further check. The position of the first dash plus 1 means the position of the first character following the first dash. Okay, we find the starting position of this one. Then we can use that as the starting point to get the position of the second dash. Okay. Okay, within text close. Okay, this is the starting point for us to search the second dash. Okay, let's try to get a sense check. 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No problem. This one, ACC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ninth position. That's also no problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth position. We already get the position of the second dash. Okay, that's a key step for our maneuver. We put everything in the bracket because we need to use it for further reference. We copy it to save it, and we also make a note position of position of the second dash. Okay, we already get position of the second dash. Then we can use it to minus the position of the first dash. Okay, find the first dash. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's do a sense check. Okay, it's the second position of the second dash minus the first dash. Okay, here is the 6, but we need to return the 5 characters, the 4 characters. Apparently, we need to minus 1 here. Okay, female 5 characters, male 4, unknown 7. That's no problem. We still need to put everything into as a whole part. That is the characters we need. The number of characters we should return with the middle function. Okay, let's put Shift Enter. Now we use the middle function now. Okay, middle function. The text should be close. Okay, the second part is the start point, start position. start position of the start position of the start position. Okay, let's do the start position. Find function. Then part is find the function. Oh, sorry. Then within the text is close. Okay. Then +1. Okay. Close comma. It's okay. Okay, that's okay. For further analysis on our code, we put bracket on it. Then be easier to understand. Okay, because it is the most complex the code we currently use. So the methodology, we have a quick check on the methodology. Middle function then return the first parameter is the content, the source of the content. Find the first, the dash +1 is the first character following the first dash, the starting point for the search. And this part is the second position of the second dash minus the first dash, then +1 and -1 and the -1 to get the numbers of characters we should return. Okay, that's the result. Absolutely fine. The F, M, unknown, and both different kinds of the characters we return. Okay, the next part is almost the same methodology. Okay, new column. Apparently, we need to use the right function, return the data from right side. But before that, we need to tell the Power BI how many characters we should return. There could be 1, could be 2, could be 3 or 5. And we use the length function to tell the Power BI how many characters in this column and minus the position of a second position of the dash. Then we get the how many characters we should return from right side. Yeah, that's the methodology. Okay, let's get the size data. Okay, still the find function. Okay, we already know that the position of the second, the dash, because we already saved that. Okay, we can use it as a full reference. Okay, this is a position of the second dash 9. We can use the len function to get the numbers of the total string, the close. Okay, -1. Then we put everything in the 1 as the whole part. Okay, then we use the shift plus enter. Then right function. Okay, the text is close. Then, okay, everything is done. Okay, we have done this part. Then, can we try to use this data to do some basic visualization? That's for sure. Okay, let's do that. Okay. First of all, let's do the analysis by the brand and use the value. Okay, easy. Now first check on the brand. Then we also can use this one to show that by the gender. Okay, that's value. Okay, further analysis. Female, male, unknown, both female, male, FM. Okay, different kinds of the data we get. Someone will say that how can we get this further improvement for the F to female, M to male? That's for sure. We can use, if we want to do further analysis, we can use the if function here. We can learn that in the future. If that is a female or male or female or F, we can return the female. If that is the M or male, we can return the male. Okay, that's the further content we will learn in the if function to return the everything we want. Okay. Okay, let's do a little bit further. Okay, that's the last part is okay. We can slice the data by the size, obviously. Okay, we can use the size middle, small, large, XXL, XXL, any kinds of the size. Okay, that's for all today. If you have any questions, please put your questions under the video, and we will to learn how to use the if function in the next session. Okay, I already say something that how the if functions works. For example, here the female and the F can be returned as the female if there is a data in the middle is the female or F, and also the if the male and the M is here, we can return that by as the male function, as the male data, and just by the if function. We will learn in the next episode. Thank you very much for your time. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.